It's been a relatively quiet summer on the transfer front for the Premier League, but with Euro 2012 distracting us, are there any deals that we may have missed?
There could be one or two that we've missed, actually. Yeah, Reading have been quite busy in the summer transfer window. They picked up Pavel Pogrebniak, obviously from Fulham, but I think their most interesting acquisition has been a player called Adrian Mariappa, who they brought in from Watford. He's a player with Premier League experience. He played in 2006, 2007 for Watford, the last time that they were in the top flight. After they got relegated, he established himself as club captain and obviously an integral component of the side. He was linked with a move to Wigan during the January transfer window, but he opted to stay at Watford, and he'd be expected to command a starting place at Reading now as they embark with their Russian money on their next jaunt back into the top flight. A really highly rated defender, Adrian Mariappa. Sasha Rieder is a player who experienced disappointment last season when he got relegated with Cologne from the Bundesliga. But he's moved to Fulham, and he'd be quite familiar to Fulham fans possibly, because he did play for Wolfsburg at Craven Cottage against Fulham in the Europa League in 2010. Now Rieder is predominantly a right back who's also played in centre midfield for his clubs, Wolfsburg and Cologne. And I think he's a really shrewd acquisition by Martin Jol. He can fill a number of problem positions within the Fulham team. He's got great energy, he's got tremendous passing ability, he's got a tidy first touch, and I think he could be one of the sleeper stars of the Premier League season.
Another one of the new boys who've put off quite a transfer coup is, of course, Southampton.
Yeah, they've brought in the Crystal Palace right back, Nathaniel Clyne, who for a long time has been regarded as one of the best right backs operating outside the Premier League. Clyne is a really quick full-back. He's a fantastic overlapper. He puts in some quality deliveries into the box. He's tipped as a future England international. And for him to make the step up into the Premier League with Southampton is quite a surprise, considering that it's not that long ago that he was linked with the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United. I think, as you said, the Southampton really have pulled off quite a coup with the signing of Clyne.
So it's been all change at Swansea this summer, but what stands out for you?
That's right, it has been all change. Brendan Rodgers is obviously gone, and he's taken over the Liverpool manager's job, and he's been replaced by Michael Laudrup. And I think we've been given evidence of just what kind of pull Laudrup is going to have in the transfer market. I know for Swansea were very disappointed to lose Gylfi Sigurdsson, who was on loan there last season, has joined Spurs on a permanent deal. But they have acquired, probably with the pull of Laudrup, a very adequate replacement in the form of Michu, who is an attacking midfield player who's been brought in from Rayo Vallecano for a bargain £2 million. He scored 15 goals in La Liga last season. He's a very strong, athletic, left-footed midfield player, all action, box to box, and I think he'll fit in very well with Swansea's style of play coming from the Spanish league. I think they could have a real bargain on their hands in the shape of Michu.
And of course, Swansea's ex-manager Martinez is now working his magic at Wigan, stockpiling Scottish players, but has he unearthed another gem?
I think he may have. He's brought in a player from Aberdeen called Fraser Fyvie, who's just 19 years of age. He's a former Scotland underage captain. Now he's overcome some quite significant injury trouble earlier on in his career. He was the youngest player ever to play for Aberdeen in the SPL, and also the youngest ever goal scorer in the SPL. And he's a type of player that will fit Wigan's philosophy perfectly. He's really strong in possession, capable of dictating the tempo, but he's also very physically strong, which is something that perhaps Wigan were lacking at key times last season. I do think Fyvie will be establishing himself almost immediately as a first-team player at Wigan, and I think Martinez's his habit of buying from Scotland, it could continue to bear fruit for him if he can, really get some results out of Fyvie.
Very good. Well, we'll see if any of those players make an impact when the Premier League starts on August the 18th.
YouTube.com/goal is full of stuff like this and proper football too. To make sure you don't miss out, just hit the subscribe button.